everybody. This is Sabrina with the SyFy Sister podcast, where we give you our point of view. We are proud members of the Trekkie network, and today I have with me Yvette Blackman-Tom.
Hello.
Fran T.
What's happening?
And we are missing our sister. Yes, we do not have all our sisters with me. So today we are missing Tamia, who is home tending to James. James, if you're listening, James.
And we know who you are.
Know you are.
We know you are, brother. We get some good feelings and good vibes going back. We hope you recover from your back surgery soon. Tamia, I know you're taking care of a brother, and we miss you both, and we're sending you all of our love. So on with the show. So the show today is going to be a very special CPA type, nothing but numbers. No. Somebody said something in the last show of Discovering Trek. I was listening to Discovering Trek, Strange New Worlds, which was Mike Bovia and Yvette Blackman-Tom. And you guys did a great job breaking down Strange New Worlds. I enjoyed that a lot.
That was a lot of fun.
It sounded like it was. I was cracking up. It was good. And then Mike Bovia, hey, Mike, he said something that really got me thinking. He said, I think Strange New Worlds is the best first season ever. Even if you go and check out the other Star Trek shows, I bet you this one stands up to any of them. Do you remember that statement, Yvette?
I do. I don't know. I don't know. I kind of say yes, and then I kind of say no, because it hasn't been it's not marinated enough to be the best. I don't know. I think, well, you'll see later. I put mine together. You'll see where it kind of comes out there, but I don't know.
And what do you think, Fran? Just hearing that statement.
Was it a statement?
Well, it was a thought.
Yeah.
I'm a bit, my favorite show, as you all know, is all our favorite show is DS9. And I just think that people are going like ape crap over Strange New World because it's back to the episodic stuff going on.
Exactly. Which
they like, which they really like. And, people miss it. So therefore, they're going to be jumping up and down. Oh, this is this. And then, however, I think that's the reason why. It's episodic.
Yeah.
Basically episodic.
Mm-hmm.
There's some arches going on, but it's episodic, and that's what they like.
And I think because it goes back to the original Enterprise too. I think that's got a lot to do with it.
Yes.
And it's very TNG-like, because I didn't get that at first, and somebody made a comment on that on the show on Discovering Trek that it's very, and I was like, what is it? And then it is, because there is an arc, an overall arc going on with the characters, but it is episodic, so it's very much like TNG in that one. And then of course the Enterprise. I mean, it's the Enterprise. You're back on the Enterprise.
You're back on the Enterprise.
Enterprise is it,
Yep.
So I think it had a lot going for it, and I agree that this is definitely one of my favorite first seasons.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say that over and over again, because what we're talking about today, I'm going to measure apples to apples, because first seasons are really tough. Mm-hmm. And I think that to say that something is the best first season ever is an interesting statement and thought. And so I thought we would delve a little bit into it. And so what I did after I heard that statement was I went to the Internet Movie Database, IMDb, and in my total CPA, totally anal, personality type way, found the 10 best episodes of each first season. Now, that might sound like I'm stacking the deck, but you have to remember the older seasons, the older shows, Legacy Trek, they were doing 26 shows. And we have newer Trek doing only 10. So if we're going to compare it to Star Trek Strange New Worlds, there were only 10 episodes. And I think I'm being fair by taking the top 10 of each first season, because if you're going to do a show and you're told you can only do 10 episodes and you've got 50 scripts, you're going to pick your best 10,
mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So if they made 26 episodes, I'm not going to pick the first 10 in broadcast. I'm going to pick the best of that season. So that's what I did. So if anybody wants to argue with me about that, you can put it in the comments. But that's what we did. So this is a simple average. I went back and I looked at each first season. I got the 10 highest rated shows, and then I averaged them and gave each one of them a number. So Strange New World, believe it or not, comes out with an 8.0 on the Internet Movie Database. And that is pretty damn high, 8.0. So what we're going to do now in this show is we're going to tell you from 10 to 1 what the other 10 shows' first seasons all rated in the Internet Movie Database. And then I will let Fran and Yvette tell you whether they believe it or they don't believe it. Because you always know the SyFy Sistas got something to say.
That is true.
That is true. All right. So, as I told you, we have Strange New Worlds coming in with his first season, which is like, the best first season ever, with an 8.0. And if you remember, we did have some really premium shows in there, and I love them all. So, I'm just going to ask you really quick, Yvette, Fran, which was your favorite episode of Strange New Worlds' first season?
Go ahead, Fran.
I have to say the last show, the finale. The finale of the season.
Quality of Mercy.
Yes, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Because they really did a great job with re-imaging or reimagining Balance of Terror, which was one of my favorite TOS episodes. And I just looked at it as like genius the way how they put it together. It's like, how in the world did they come up with this? But I know the producer said that, that was his favorite, one of his favorite episodes. So that was my favorite of all. I've looked at it, I know about maybe 8 times, really. I have. And I loved it.
Okay, thanks, Fran. I enjoyed that one too, but I got something to say about that one. I'm going to go to Yvette next. Well, what was your favorite one of the first 10?
All Those That Wander.
Oh.
That was my favorite one. Yeah, I love that one a lot. I was scared to death.
You like the horror ones?
I don't even like horror, but I just love that. I wasn't expecting anything. None of that I expected, and I love that about any show I watch, but I love that one. That was really good. It was the Gorn came back, and it was good.
It was good. Even with Hemmer's death, that's your favorite one?
Well, yeah, because I wasn't expecting it. I was expecting him to survive, and he did not. I was expecting, it was supposed to come out better in the end, and it did not. They were supposed to defeat the Gorn. They did, but they didn't. High cost. And there was so much loveliness in that one also, because Hemmer was a pain in the ass when he first came on. He's so arrogant. But he turned out to be this guy who always had this great advice. Yep. He was the one, as he said, my lot in life is to fix things. And when him and Ahura were together, it just melted my little Trek heart, every time I would see them together, because he was so wise, and he wanted, he was like, oh, she can't get under my skin, but she did. She
sure did.
And he got under her skin. They truly cared for each other, and I just love that. That episode has everything in it. It's just a really good episode.
Yeah.
It could have been the season, the ending of the season, honestly. Because that's what I was like. Why is this the 9th one? Why is this not the last one? And then, But
all right, so my favorite, and this is so funny because again, the SyFy Sistas have 3 different answers for which one's their favorite. My favorite was definitely Children of the Comet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, every time it came on, I was like, "That's my favorite." Oh no, that's my favorite. That's my favorite. Every one that came on. So.
Oh my God, I know. This was my favorite, and I'll tell because this was the one that I felt didn't lean on TOS. It had nothing to do with anything that we saw. There wasn't any mention of Kirk. There wasn't any mention of something that happened in Star Trek, TOS. It was a fresh, new thing. And I love this whole idea of an ancient race that has built this thing that's just flying around the galaxy, doing stuff. Right. And then it has these people protecting it, and they've been protecting it so long, they don't even remember being told to do it. Wow, I said, what? Okay, wait a minute. That is just like, okay, everybody that's complaining that these new Star Treks don't have anything new and different, that was some new and different stuff for me.
And it was an Ahura episode. Never had one of those before.
Yes. Had new stuff in it about her. And I really loved that whole idea of, you're going to give me backstory about a character that I already know. You're also going to give me backstories about new characters that I don't know. And you're giving me Spock in a way I haven't seen him. And I loved actually the rendering of the alien. I thought they did a great job. It wasn't CGI. And, if you haven't seen the short trek about how that was done, I wanted to just give them the Emmy right there. So that was my favorite. Okay, so we all loved Strange New Worlds. Yes. And all of these things were our favorites. And I will tell you that, I'm going to just give you one little thing here. Going through the IMDb ratings, there was one show that threw them off, that kind of wrecked it for them, which giving it the lowest rating of the season. And I cannot believe that this is the episode that got the lowest rating of the season.
What series
the
you talking about?
The fantasy one? Was it the fantasy one?
It was Strange New Worlds.
Oh.
The fantasy one.
The fantasy one, Elysian Kingdom. Got
I believe it.
6.1.
I believe that was the lowest rating because there was a black king.
Yeah, of course.
And a black queen.
That's right.
And a black princess.
Black princess.
Of course, everybody just went off on it. I hate it. Blah, blah, blah.
I loved it. It was my second favorite.
I loved it.
It was definitely my second favorite.
Yeah, it was my second favorite.
Okay, so we just wanted to get that off our chest, y'all. We love the Elysium Kingdom.
Yes.
Written by Benny Russell.
Benny Russell.
That's right.
Loved it. All right. And so we're going to continue on now and give you the top 10. Now, based on the Internet Movie Database average ratings, number 10 of all the other series coming in at 6.9, Star Trek, the animated series. Poor little animated series doesn't get any love. And I will admit that I did not watch this. Yvette is laughing. People know this. I did not watch this. I was not a completist until I became a SyFy sister. And I was shamed into what? No, I wasn't shamed. How can you not be a completist? No, we had a marathon early in the SyFy sister life. I think it was, we did it one Sunday and we showed all of the animated New Year's Eve, all of the animated series. I think we should do that every year.
Yeah, all right.
And I'm telling you, by the end of that thing, I was loving it. Now, if you have not seen the animated series, and I know it's getting a 6.9, but I think it is being sorely treated here. And as a matter of fact, it is the show that has the least amount of people that have rated it. Mm-hmm. So it only has about 7,000 people that even bothered to give it a rating. But go back and look at it because it is canon. We are hearing the voices of the original Trek people. That is William Shatner. It's Leonard Nimoy. It is the crew doing all the voices.
It's Nichelle Nichols.
Nichelle is in it. Yes. Oh, rest in peace, my queen. Yes. Nichelle is doing They're all doing the original.
And Major Barrett.
All there. Yeah. They're all there. And it also brings in the writers from TOS as well. So if you want to see any one of those episodes, if you're only going to see one, the one that you should see is probably Yesteryear, which is, again, Spock, time travel. He has to go back and figure out why he's not in the timeline. And it was written by D.C. Fontana. So,
excellent. You don't have to watch anything else. Watch that one. And it is episode 2 of season 1. It's right there in the beginning. It is, that is the one. It's so funny. I remember when I was growing up and it would come on. And I wouldn't see it all the time, but every time it came on, it was that one. So I didn't know there were any others. I was like, is this the only one they have? but I love that way. It is it's DC Fontana, so it is very well written. It is so good, and it will make you tear up too.
It will make you cry. It'll make you cry, and it's got
I
time
was
travel.
18, 19 years old when that was out, and I actually looked at it on Saturday morning.
Exactly.
Yeah,
looked at it. Yeah.
Bongs and cartoons is what we used to call it, but I digress. It was rated at 8.0. That's got an individual rating of 8.0. And I also want to point out that there was another one there, since we are remembering the show, called the Lorelei Signal.
Yeah.
And so check that one out. If the first one gets you, then you want more, go to the Lorelei Signal. This is one of the few times, or the only time, that Uhura takes the chair, and she is in command. And that one, I want to point out to you that, that one was written by Margaret Arman, and she also wrote The Gamesters of Triskelion. And so we've got a lot of real TSO Star Trek in the animated series. So don't poo-poo it. Go take a look. And I know it's getting rated here as number 10, but it's got a lot of competition. So,
and there's tribbles too. More tribble. What is it? More tribbles. More troubles. More tribbles. So that's a good series to go back and watch, especially if you've never seen it.
Yeah, if you've never seen it, cut out some time and take a look at it. Yeah, more tribbles, more trouble. So that was number 10 at 6.9. So the next one, number 9 on the Internet Movie Database, best first seasons top 10 is at 7.3 Voyager.
I agree.
I do too.
Me three.
As much as I love, Voyager and Janeway, and I do.
That first season, though. Woof.
That first season is weak, man. I mean, there is okay, you've got Caretaker right then and there. That is the lowest rated premiere of all the premiere shows. That was the lowest rated. You got Parallax, okay, the one where they're the twin Voyagers. I like that one only because B'Elanna becomes.
That one.
I do like that one. B'Elanna becomes the chief engineer in that one, and she breaks Carrie's nose.
Oh my gosh, he should have left her alone.
But there is a lot of techno babble and Janeway and B'Elanna, get into this stuff, and that was kind of cool. But then we have Time and Again, and we have the Phage. Oh my God,
I love that one.
The Phage.
That was scary.
It was.
That scares me. I don't like those people. I don't remember what they're called, but man, every time they thought about them, I was like, oh God, not them again.
Oh, no, it was them again. Oh no,
not them again. And then we got species 82775.
They had some good aliens. Voyager brought in some good aliens.
Original aliens.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Oh, okay, because that one also has the episode Faces when the Vidians died.
That's
took that other guy's face off and put it on his face because he thought B'Elanna would like him better, and I was like, "Sweet baby Jesus."
That's when it was two B'Elanna, right?
Yeah.
When they split her in half, the human. That was a good one. That's probably my second favorite. The Phage is my first on that.
I don't know. We might have to rethink this one.
No,
listen.
But no,
that's all there are.
No. They have one more really good one in their first season. It was one of my favorite Voyager. No, Eye of the Needle. The one where they find the wormhole and then they get all excited and they have to go off to get to the wormhole. They gotta oh man, it's way over there. They gotta go over there and find the wormhole. Then they get to the wormhole and the wormhole is too small. Then they decide they're gonna send a message through the wormhole and the probe gets stuck. I mean, it's just hurdle after hurdle after hurdle. It's awful. And then okay, somebody's listening through the wormhole on the other side, and it's a Romulan. Oh my God!
Yeah, that was okay. That was.
And then the Romulan is, he's in the wrong time. It's That was a heartbreaker.
Yeah, I'll put that on mine. That's 4.
That was a heartbreaker. Oh, and then when they found out they couldn't even get the letters.
Oh. There was another one that was dead when we met him.
He was dead when we met him.
Basically.
Right. What's the name of that called? The Eye of the Needle?
Eye of the Needle. And wasn't that Vince, who was that playing him? It was it wasn't Jeffrey Combs, but it was the guy that played Admiral Armstrong in
I think that's what it was.
Enterprise. Yeah, One of our recurring favorite guys.
Isn't it Vince Armstrong?
Vince Armstrong. He was playing...
Actually Armstrong, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay, he was playing the Romulan. So that was... I mean, poor Ensign Kim. I thought he was going to die when that... they were going to name the wormhole after him. He was so happy.
Yeah. And they got there and it was big as a flashlight.
Yes, it was awful. All right, so that's number 9, Voyager, which has a few redeeming shows in there, but there's a lot of other stuff in it that we just don't even care about. The Caretaker just messes it all up. But, okay,
so now... punch him in the throat, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
So now, number 8, according to the database, is at 7.4. Give me a guess. What do you think is going to be the number 8 show of all the first seasons? We've got Voyager out of the way and the animated series. And what do you think is the next show?
I'm not going to say Enterprise. I'm looking at it, so I got this thing right here. So.
Fran doesn't have this spreadsheet in front of him. Yvette does.
I'm going to guess Enterprise.
First season?
The Next Generation.
Yeah, I get that.
Oh, TNG?
Yeah,
TNG
remember we took the first season.
And I pulled the best ones out of there. It's still coming in at number 8 with a 7.4 average rating. It does have one 8 in the entire first season. Only one show was rated 8.1, and that was Conspiracy.
It had to be Conspiracy, yeah. That's
Conspiracy.
A good one. Oh, I love Conspiracy.
Yes.
I remember being scared to death when that came. I was like, oh, crap.
When Riker ate them worms, I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on.
Remember the one when they shot that alien? I mean, I have never seen them just shoot something. Usually they like to,
those things sticking out of their necks.
Beverly says, put it on kill because it ain't going to work. And they were like, okay.
And then the one that Riker was fighting the alien person and it was the stunt doubles and all. It was really, you could see it was so fake.
Yes.
Oh, well, he was supposed to be an older man, and then all of a sudden he's beating the crap out of
Riker. Yeah. Yes. That's the one. Even with the funky stunt devils, it was still good.
It was still. I tell you though, but it was one of those ones where they kind of laid a couple of things down about it before that episode, right? Weren't they giving us some breadcrumbs?
They did.
Because there was something going on before. That's when. Because they had all of the.
Mm-hmm. All the captains met. Oh, that's what we met.
Captains
the sister that.
That's what. Yep.
The sister.
They killed her all.
I forgot her name. Yeah.
That's
where you met Walter Keel.
Gone.
All of that. Yeah.
Gone.
Dead. Dead Jim.
And then we do have in that one also one of my favorites. We've talked about it before. The Arsenal of Freedom, where Geordi actually is in charge of the ship.
That's a good one.
And separates takes the battle bridge. I love that one. Okay. And then the one with the Bynards is also on this list, 7.5. I like that one.
Minuet.
Yeah, Minuet.
And the Bynard. Now, I thought that was an intriguing concept of a world where it was so computerized that they spoke in binaries. I thought that was cool.
Of course, you would. Of course.
1001. Yeah, 001 1101.
I thought it was hilarious. But
me and Fran are like, whatever.
They're just like rolling their eyes at me again.
Yeah, come on.
Okay.
I like the fact that they were genderless. I like that.
That was really interesting.
That was really interesting for back in, in 87.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And I thought it was a great. They kind of looked like the old-fashioned alien. Like you always see that alien. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
Whoever designed the character was pretty. Cool. We never saw the Bynards again.
Nope.
No, we didn't.
They're in the books, though.
Oh, okay. We could do a book show.
Yeah, we do.
All right, and then of course, the other one that gets a big rating here is The Big Goodbye, where we have the introduction to the holodeck and Dixon Hill.
I love that one.
I love Dixon.
I love that one. Yeah, I like that one a lot. That one's good. It's a good one.
I'm telling you, boy, I would have outlawed the holodeck. I would have just said, "No, listen.
If I was a captain of a ship, there would definitely be time limits.
Yeah,
I would not let people roam free.
And you cannot take the safeties off, and you can't say stupid shit in there. There would be like words you cannot say when you're in there. So
Words. Why words? I mean, things. You can't do things in there. Words. I mean,
make a thing better than data. No, you can't say
that. Don't say
better
that.
than. And
no, don't.
I don't know. There'd be a lot of stuff.
Yeah, no,
you're not going to be able to say. Okay, and then they also have coming of age, where Wesley is taking his Starfleet exam. And the neutral zone, which was an interesting one, where they revived those 3 people. Yeah, I didn't know how that one got on here.
Did not like that one.
Yeah, it's not one of my favorites.
I think the only reason I like that one because it had a little balance of terror in it.
Yes,
a little bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I liked it because of that. Because
and Mark Alamo
was
right.
Romulan.
Yep.
Right. That was pretty good.
But we didn't know him. We didn't know him then.
No, but you go back. Oh, that voice! I know that voice.
Oh yeah, definitely knew that voice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Skin of Evil was in anything. Yeah. Skin of Evil in there.
Skin of Evil.
Yeah, that's when they killed.
Oh, yeah.
Homegirl got killed.
Mm-hmm. It was a good episode too.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. Yeah. I didn't like it.
Well, and first season, TNG also gave us data lore, where we were introduced to lore.
And Noonien Singh.
Yes. So there were some very good things in the first season, but it is a number 8. Okay, so coming in 7th position with a big 7.4, and I have 2 7.4s because it goes out to another decimal point, but I didn't want to bore you with that.
Please.
Fran knows. So in the 7th position, we have Deep Space Nine, which Deep Space Nine, with the show where people are asking, do they need to watch the first 3 seasons? And we keep saying to them, yes, you need to watch the first 3 seasons.
You do. If I have to watch it, you have to watch it.
I still say this was a very good premiere. Emissary is a good premiere.
I thought it was a great one too.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
I thought they hit the ground running. I did.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's got a 7.5 for its rating.
Mm-hmm. It has really good episodes in season 1. Yep. I didn't realize season 1 only had 19 episodes though.
It's a little short, yeah.
But
it has
19.
It has one of the highest rated episodes ever in its first season with Duet.
Mm-hmm. I knew it had to be Duet.
Yeah. So that was unbelievable. It also introduced the wormhole to us. We had the space station. I mean, the Grand Nagus came in. We also had that crazy episode. It was past Babel.
Yes.
I loved that. Was a great
Babel.
one.
I love Babel. Yeah. It was really good. Yep. I watched it this morning.
Yeah,
it was great. It was a great episode.
It is.
Captive Pursuit, where we had Tosk coming through. Tosk. I am Tosk.
I would like to see Tosk again.
Yeah,
I would love to see him. I would love to see him again. Because know my boy didn't get caught yet.
I was so proud of
O'Brien.
Oh my God. I'm like, that's right. You help him. Forget these folks. You go ahead and help that guy.
Yep.
He did. I like that.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Dax was in that one. Dax. The episode Dax.
That was a really interesting one.
Yeah.
That's the one where Jadzia is accused of a murder that Curzon was supposed to have committed.
Supposed to
have committed. Yeah, that was really something. And I didn't know where that was going. I thought every time I see it too, I can't remember the end. I honest to God, there was those episodes where you just get so into it.
Yes.
You're just not I know I've seen it, but not today.
I'm here for the ride.
I'm here for it. I'm just going.
Yep.
And that is one of them. I just am so enthralled. I don't know what's going to happen. I just blank it out of my mind. But yes, so at number 7, we have Deep Space Nine. And so now, here we go. This is really kind of confusing because we've gone through Legacy Trek pretty much. So number 6, coming in at 7.5, and this is really unusual, we have Yvette's favorite Lower Decks.
There's no way in the world that this should be number 6. What?
Number 6. You know, I thought this was very strange that it was number 6 because it is so popular.
Yeah.
And I looked at, so I went in the weeds with the numbers. And the only thing I can think of that is making this so is that the large number of voters on the Internet Movie Database are men between the ages of 30 and 45. They are voting. And I get the feeling that Lower Decks is probably liked by a younger set of people.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that may be why their numbers seems low to me based on, and I'm just totally putting that out there.
Yeah.
That is just my opinion because I was really surprised that Lower Decks came in this low because it is just such a hot show.
Yeah.
And again, Yvette had to drag me into watching Lower Decks because I have a real thing about animated series.
Aversion to animation.
Aversion to animation.
Aversion
to animation.
Oh my goodness.
But I've gotten over it because I was very happy to, check out Lower Decks. I'm in. I watched it again. But, this one actually, very strange. It had the lowest rated premiere of any of the shows, which I thought was really bizarre. Because I thought that first show, even I liked the first show when I saw it. And I was like, not even wanting to like it. And I liked it.
So I love that show. So I liked every single episode. Yeah, every single episode I liked. But I would definitely make the first episode my least favorite. So I kind of get that.
It is the lowest rated.
It is my least favorite because it comes on, it's great, but then it hits, it just keeps going and gets better.
Yeah, and that's exactly how the ratings go.
Yeah. Yep,
this is the one show. Yeah, the one show where it starts off with a 6.7 and it goes to 6.9, 7.1, 7.2, 7.5. It just goes up. And in the last two shows, Crisis Point, 8.1, and No Small Parts was a 8.7.
Because it's awesome.
Yeah.
that finale is awesome.
Subrina, we all three kept telling you need to look at this show.
They did.
You need to look at this show. It's a good show.
They did.
Get past the animation. It's a great show.
Version. Animation. But I have gotten over it, and I am very excited for the next season of Lower Deck. So we've done the lower half of the top 10 of the 10 shows, and now we're coming up to the top 5 shows.
Okay.
Top 5, first season, best 10, and we're coming in number 5, Picard.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God. Michael Charbon, yeah, you did it. Okay, I'm gonna give it that. He did. And I have to say that of the first or second season, the first season is definitely my favorite. And I loved the depth of the titles, of the writing. I liked the setup. I didn't care for a couple of episodes in the middle, but I liked the whole kind of premise and everything they were going for. In fact, this premiere at 8.2 is the highest rated premiere of any of the shows.
8.2.
8.2.
I could see that because the hype of Picard coming back.
Yeah.
And people not knowing what was going to happen. And so, my New York City Trek group actually had a big time premiere for it on that date. So, I mean, it was everybody was looking for it. You know, all the TNG fans, people who had watched Star Trek in forever, were gonna, watch that first episode. So I definitely get that it would be the highest.
Yeah, it's really interesting too because TNG had over 100,000 people have rated that show in the Internet Movie Database. 119,000 people have rated TNG. Wow. But when you come to Picard, it's only 69,000 have rated that show. It's behind
But it hasn't been out that,
Exactly.
TNG.
It hasn't been out that long, and it's behind a paywall.
Yeah.
And I don't think, did they have any of their shows premiere on CBS? Did they do that like they did for Discovery where it came on regular? It came on regular broadcast first, and then
I think only Discovery did that.
Yeah, because it was the beginning of the paywall
of the new
of Access, or now Paramount Plus. Yeah, and so okay, so everybody that's seen Picard had to see it on Paramount Plus.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
They had to go behind the paywall. Yeah.
Right. So we have a lot of a drop in the number of people that are rating the show. But I'll come back to that. The only reason why I mentioned that, I'm going to say something about that later.
I'm sure you will.
What was their rating? What was Picard's rating?
Picard's rating was a 7.6 overall.
Okay. You know, they're pretty close here.
Oh, the Treks are right in there. I mean, there's no horrible Trek, and I'll talk about the people that give things a 1 in a minute when we go through the readings, because it's very interesting. People do. I mean, people have given Strange New Worlds a 1. I mean, how are you? I don't understand. They don't bother rating it.
Are we looking at the same show? But anyway,
yeah, a 1, a 1. So yeah, but there's a lot of people that every single show that's here has been rated, has gotten 1s.
Oh wow.
Just because somebody's going to do it. Yeah. So number 5, there we have it. Picard at 7.6. And now, number 4 on the hit list with 7.7, the number 4 best rated first season ever is Discovery.
Get out.
The numbers don't lie. And now I mentioned this thing about how many people rated this show. So now TNG was out like how many years ago? 30 years it's been up there?
35.
Yeah. Internet Movie Database has been up since 1995 or something, maybe, at least 20 years. So you've had all this time that you could have rated that daggone show, Next Generation. And this is the show that everybody loves, and everybody loves Picard. Oh my God, it's my favorite Star Trek. This is the one I grew up with. Blah, 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 blah. And so they have their 119,000 people rating that show. And that makes a lot of sense to me. So here we come with one of my favorite shows, Discovery.
Mine too.
Girl, Sonequa Martin Green. I love you,
That's
girl.
Right. Mine green.
Sonequa, if you're listening,
and we
hope
hope
you know you are. We love you.
Yes,
girl,
we do.
When you going to do our show, girl? We got to talk. So we have Discovery coming in at number 4 with 7.7, with a 7.7. And I brought up the Picard numbers because of, those are high numbers, 119,000 people rating the show.
TNG.
But TNG, thank you. But Discovery comes in behind the paywall, been on for only 3 years, and 121,000 people have rated this show. If you had some eyes on the sisters right now, there'll be 3 Google eyes going, what the 100. So now I'm just here to say that is just messing up the bell curve or whatever.
Tell me about it.
That makes no sense.
A screw. It's
totally, it's an outlier number there. Yeah. So for 121,000 people to come in and rate a show that's behind the paywall, that's only been on for 3 years, when the show that you loved got 119, I'm thinking there's something funny.
Something's up.
And of course, the show has the absolute highest number of 1s ever.
Of course. Yeah.
Yep. And it is.
And we know why.
And we know why.
Yeah.
And the majority of people rating the show were men between the ages of 30 to 45. So I just want to say, sisters and women, you need to get your ass on the Internet Movie Database and rate some shit. Okay, that's right. No,
that would
really.
be an E rating?
Be yes. Yep. Explicit. But I say this all the time, you really do have to go into these kind of things and rate things.
And be counted.
And be counted. You really do. Discovery does have its good share of 10s, people trying to change it. And I will say that the Internet Movie Database does do some weighting and things so that ballots can't be stuffed. So you can't actually tank a show. But obviously with 121,000 people rating a show, that the next best rating is 119 for a show that's been on for 30 years, you know something is off with those numbers.
Yeah.
But it's still, but it persevered.
Yes, it did.
So, and this comes in at number 4 with
the ones, even the ones probably pushed it up because it was a lot of people voting. So, you know, I think it took the average up.
Sure.
Exactly. A lot of people.
Nanny, boo, boo.
I think a lot of people saw what was going on with the numbers with Discovery. And as you have said before, friend, this show was getting raked before it even came on.
Yep.
Before the first show even premiered. How in the world are you going to have a show and there's no white guys? It's a Asian and a captain and a black woman as the first officer. Who ever heard of such a thing? That's what they were saying. But they were, you know, really actually screaming that. I heard it, actually screaming.
Yeah.
You know, and the show hadn't even premiered yet. Not a single episode. So we know it. We know what the deal is.
But this show, when you go into the individual episode ratings, and so which also says to me something. It says to me that people weren't watching the show. So the people that watched the episode and came back and rated the individual episodes, not just the show, and just said, it's a 1 overall rating. You can give an overall rating to a show, and you can tank it, and then you can rate the episode. Now, I'm going by episodes here. So it starts off with, of course, the Battle of the Binary Stars with a 7.4, and it goes to 7.6 for Context of Kings. Context is for King. Choose Your Pain, get to 7.3, 7.2, it keeps going. 7.9 for Into the Forest I Go. 7.8 for Despite Yourself, Wolf and the Inside, 7.8. And then Vaulting Ambition, 8.1. And Passes Prologue, 8. So the show just kept getting better and better. And people that are watching the show actually are coming back and rating it pretty highly. And I think that kind of explains why a show that has a high percent, 10% of the ratings are giving it a 1, still manages to come in at number 4 overall. And Sonequa, if you're listening, girl, you know I gave it a 10. I gave all the episodes a 10. I knew what was going on. I just took 10.
Vaulting Ambition was the shit.
Oh my God. The whole first season. I can watch that whole first season over and over and over.
And I do.
Yeah, I do. I recently watched the first season.
The first and the second season.
I recently,
I watched it all, yeah.
Oh my God.
I thought, the Spore Drive, I love it when they go to Black Alert. That is just the hottest thing. I love the costumes, I just like the whole look of it. I like the Kelpian alien. I thought that was a great new alien with the ganglia. I was so sorry when he lost that ganglia because that was one of my favorite things. And I just thought it was a really great concept. I did not like, and I've said it over and over, and we've all said it, I don't know why they had to make her a mutineer. I don't know why that had to happen. But, once we got past that, and why they killed Giorgio off so fast, I was so heartbroken that we got rid of that character so fast. But other than those two things, that is just, I love every single thing about that first season. So,
and then when you go back and look at it, you see, you catch, from the very beginning, when she goes into the ready room with Captain and the lights are dim. They show us, and then they show us him in the mirror. They show us, and then you look back and say, how did we miss that? How did we miss that he was actually from the mirror universe? And then when you see they just breadcrumbed us to death. Mm-hmm. They were there. I'm like, oh, man.
I was surprised. I didn't catch it. A lot of people said, I knew that wasn't going to happen.
I didn't catch it.
I didn't catch it.
It took me a minute. I think I caught it before they got there, but I always was like, that sounds, I was like, is this the mirror? What's happening? I remember saying that, but I didn't think it was, so I just kind of blew it off. And then it came, I was like, I knew it. Then
I knew there was something. There was something up with him. I knew something was wrong with him.
Definitely was something up with him, yeah.
Yeah.
When I got it?
What?
I actually got, this is how late I got it. When he told the guy, when he said the guy's sister's name. That's when I was like, he's from Oh, that's what I got it. I didn't get it. I totally went over my head.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do you want to see them bring back Prime Lorca?
No.
I don't think he'll be as interesting as Mirror.
He won't because if he's the opposite, he's going to be boring.
Yeah, I don't think he. I think wasn't able to play the part very, very well. But I know.
Tell him to go back to Harry Potter. We don't.
Yeah. No, we're done. We're done with Lorca. Okay.
No more Lorca.
All right. So here we go. We're into the top three. Top three, first season, top 10 internet movie database. And this is when I said, oh, we're doing this show because I was absolutely floored by the numbers that were put up by the next three shows.
Yep.
So at number 3, coming in with a whopping 7.8 for their top 10 first season shows is Enterprise. Yes! Yes! It's 01! Thank you! Fran is just like rolling her eyes. But I told you this was a good show. That first season is the bomb. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think they had the best premiere of all of them. I thought their premiere was the best. It laid out the entire first season for you.
It did. It did. I want to say this should not be. I want to say there's no way it should be up this high. But I went back and looked and I was like, oh, I like this one. This one is good.
Good.
Oh, damn, this is a good one. I was like, I ended up with 15 out of 25.
Wow, really? Liked. That you liked?
Yeah, and I watch Enterprise a lot because it comes on Paramount Live TV. Uh-huh. So I just, if it's Enterprise time, I just let it play. And yeah, I mean, all my favorite ones are on there. The Endorian Incident, Shadows of Pajem, Shuttle Part 1.
Shuttle Part 1, come on, that is hilarious.
2 days and 2 nights. I love that one.
Archer would start talking, and my eyes would roll in the back of my head.
Who would start talking?
Archer.
Yeah, I could really I could do without him, but
he would start lecturing and be like, "Oh gosh, will he shut up, please?"
I loved him. And you know what? And it's the only one where the guy has a dog. I mean, you gotta love Porthos.
Yeah, you like.
I love me some Porthos.
Yeah, I love Porthos.
Porthos was good, and I really enjoyed the fact that Broken Bow is rated a 7.7. Mm-hmm. And I thought it was really a great one. And I understand that a lot of people didn't like the fact that they were making the Vulcans sort of the bad guys in this, but I thought it was fit perfectly.
On.
I like that. I like that part because your Vulcans are arrogant, and they just because they made first contact, y'all just hold up your kids. You don't know what you're doing. Just let us lead you and all that. And I like that part.
Yeah. And they played it up through the entire first season. I mean, and I like that they made this something really personal for Archer. He did not like them, and he didn't like them because they had what they'd done to his father. So this was another father-son relationship where we barely saw his father, but his father loomed over him a lot throughout. He spoke of him often, and I like that they did that for Archer. And I also really like. I hate the way they kind of treated T'Pol because it was a great character, and I like the dynamic between Archer and T'Pol. I hated when they tried to make it something sexual or they were fooling around. We've talked about that on previous episodes of the Weave Tape, but if you strip that away, and they did pretty much after the first season, their relationship, especially when you compare it to like Spock and Pike, she also became someone that she would lay her life down for that captain. Mm-hmm. And she pretty much almost did a couple of times. She went to bat. Mm-hmm. And I think she really got, shortchanged with how people remember that character of T'Pol and, just the way they made her look in the show, just like the TNA kind of thing going on when she was really a great character and had some really great lines.
She was the best part of the whole series for me, especially that first season. And I think she was a great she did a great job because she did so much with just her eyes, you know, and even when she was being funny, you know, she was very witty, but it was so deadpan, you know, she was the straight man, you know, and I just appreciated that. And when I first watched it, because I watched the first run, but I didn't watch it all the time. Right. So I would watch it here and there. But when I finally did my watch of Enterprise, I was like, this is really not too bad. And it gets better. I think it gets better as it goes on. But I didn't realize how good season 1 was. And it has 25 episodes, so you have a lot to pick through. But it really does have one of the best premieres.
Right. And I love the highest rated episode of the first season is Shockwave Part 1. Yeah, the 2-part finale, the first part, the cliffhanger, when everything is happening to that ship. You know, the Suliban is attacking, and the Daniels brought Archer back, and time blew up, and they got to get I was watching it the other night, like, oh my God, you are in so much trouble. You have just the temporal Cold War comes in. I mean, it was just a mess. That's right. Yeah, it was. I was like, this is really a good one. Oh my God! I was like, how are you going to get out of this? I couldn't remember how they got back to the ship after Daniels took them back to the 33rd century, and they were like, and everything was destroyed, and there was no Federation, and there was nothing but old moldy books, and they were trying to make some time thing like Spock sitting up there with the bear knives and whatever. And he was trying to make the time thing with Kirk. And then here's Daniels and Archer trying to hammer some stuff down and make a transporter or something. I thought, yeah, okay, no, it's not going to work. I don't know how you think this is going to work. But they did. I said, okie doke, whatever. But yeah, and then if you're listening, I know you and I love Shuttle Pod 1, which has to be one of the funniest disasters ever, with the two of them just getting drunk in that shuttle pod. It just... Talking about the letters, I think Malcolm writing letters to all of his girlfriends was just got to be one of the funniest things, because I don't believe he had any girlfriends.
I just said Malcolm had girlfriends.
Yeah, no, I think Malcolm was just making up names. So that was my big surprise, and that's why I wanted to do this show, because I wanted to say that this Enterprise is number 3. I wanted to say that.
I'm so glad for you. I'm glad.
Thank you. Now, I didn't watch the show I did watch the show in first run, but it was hard to watch because it was jumping all around.
Right.
I did too, but I stopped.
No, I kept on going. I watched all of it the first run, but I really started to like it when it was on streaming, and I was watching it on Amazon or whatever. And that's when I said, this show is a lot better than I remember it being. And, sat down and really gave it the time to watch it. And I said, this is a really good show. And now I love it. I love Enterprise. That's my show now. Got it. It's okay. So
they have the best, for me, they have the best mirror episodes of all the series.
Thank you.
For me, that's a personal thing. I love the way they did it from the mirror point of view the whole time. I loved it.
Yeah, you're going to go back to TOS. Now, that's the way to go back and get some mirror stuff. I mean, they brought in the Defiant and the Gorn. And there was another
green shirt. Don't remember. I had on a green shirt.
Come on. They just went full on mirror. So, as I say to everybody, if you're afraid of these Gorns over here in Strange New Worlds, you need to go back to Enterprise and watch a mirror Gorn. That was a mirror Gorn.
He was
worse.
Oh my God!
You would think he would have been a nice guy, right? No.
Nope. That's true.
Worse than worse.
Yes.
A mirror Gorn. That's like, I can't even think of that. Okay, so we're gonna get to the number 2 here, and this is this number 2 was the one that actually made Yvette and I do another little special show. Number 2 with another 7.8, but if you bring out those decimals, it won over Enterprise by a 0.1. Was Prodigy.
Yes.
Prodigy.
Yes. The little gem.
Come on, you people. If you are not watching Prodigy, what is wrong with you? You need to go back. And this is from the person with an aversion to animation.
Oh, yeah. It is a little gem. You hear me?
It is.
That is a very, well, we've said this already. It is just the smartest little show. And it's not little. It's just that it's on Nickelodeon. It's for kids. It's just a little gem. I mean, it's so smart.
It's really smart. It is
really
not
smart.
just for kids. That is I mean, yes, it is. It is targeted at kids, but you could sit there and watch that show, and I loved it. I mean, they got into some very heavy topics.
And let's not forget the visuals.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks wonderful.
Along with the topics.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to, and my thing, I think we were talking about this, Sabrina, how in less than 30 minutes, they give you learn about the Federation, you learn about Starfleet, learn about the Prime Directive, First Contact. You know these things already. 10 episodes, 10 half-hour episodes.
10 half-hour episodes.
Half hour.
They went through it. Yeah. And I think they had not the highest rated premiere, but I thought their premiere was one of the best ones because they created a world that we did not know at all. Right. Whereas all the other shows were starting from things that we knew that they did not have to explain to us. We were in Starfleet, there was Federation, there's a ship, there's a crew. Oh yeah, I got it. Oh yeah, maybe there's a station, but okay. Maybe the ship is lost, but okay. We knew what was going on. But this just starts off on this prison world and these kids in there just like, what is going on? And who is the diviner? And what is the freaking dreadnought? And what is Dahl? What is he?
Right, exactly. The only one we knew was the Tellarite.
The Tellarite, yeah. Everybody else was Zero. We know what Zero is.
And Zero, right, yeah.
These new aliens, and I mean, I thought it was really good because we were talking about this when they did the whole thing about the prisoners not being able to understand each other.
Translators, universal, yeah.
I said that is exactly what they did during slavery, where they made
they did it, didn't they?
Yep, they put Africans together from different tribes so that they could not communicate. Yep. And it just sent a shiver down my spine. I don't know whether they intended to, reference that little thing, but that's what hit me when I saw that first show. You did too, friend?
Yeah. No communication. You can't.
Yeah.
So you're not going to join together and overthrow anyone or attempt to overthrow anyone because you can't even talk to anyone.
Can't talk to anybody.
You can't talk. I thought the diviner was rendered amazingly. That was a scary character, and the dreadnought, the dreadnought thing was the scariest thing I've seen.
Yes, it is.
I was like, this is for kids. Right. What? And come on, the Protostar. That is a hot.
Yes. Two warp drives and an actual star.
Got a star inside of it. Shut the front door.
Left them in the dust.
Oh my God, I love that ship. I love
got to the Delta Quadrant and back.
Boom.
In one season. I'm sorry, what, 2 episodes?
Yeah, 2 episodes. How long did it take you, Janeway?
7 years.
And you had some wormholes and warp conduits and shit.
To Q.
Yeah, Q. Everybody. Q. Right. Everybody had Alpha get back.
It took 7 years to get back that Alpha.
Yep.
Well, I'm telling you. But hologram Janeway going to make it back in 2 episodes.
She sure
Hologram. The only thing about the hologram thing, and I'm being superficial here, she got that awful bun that Janeway had in the beginning of Voyager.
That's true.
Like, yes, she does. And I'm like, oh, she got the bun. Oh, no.
That's true. I didn't even think about the bun. She does have
that's
the
the
bun.
way she looked when she left for the Alpha Quadrant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But I couldn't stand it. I was so glad when they changed her hair. I'm like, oh, yeah. All right.
But I will say this has one of the best cliffhangers.
What, Prodigy?
Prodigy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Season cliffhanger? I'm like, it's Borg. I think it's Borg worthy.
Yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
I need to know what the hell is going on, and why isn't anybody talking about this cliffhanger?
I know we're so inundated with all this other. Everybody just want to run into Anson, and I love you, Anson, if you're listening. And we know you are. We love you, and we love Strange New World. But why isn't anybody talking about Prodigy?
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Anson.
Come on.
But anyway, yeah, I think, and I do, and I mentioned that I wanted Strange New Worlds to maybe not go back to TOS as much, but I didn't mind it when Prodigy did it because they did it so well that I loved it. And
it was a purpose. There was a purpose in it going back because they're trying to explain, trying to give these kids, let them know what's going on. Everything has a purpose in that show. And I love that,
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah. Even when they did into Time Amok, it wasn't that, they just kind of used the title from TOS, but they made their own show about it. And that has to be one of the best. It actually is one of the higher rated
that's my
episodes with 8.2 Time Amok. And that, if that didn't make you cry, I don't know. There's something wrong with you.
Rock Talk?
Yeah. Rock Talk.
Oh my gosh.
I still want to know.
When we found out that this big giant sounds like a little girl.
I know, when the voice kicked in.
And she's so smart.
Wow.
Wow.
And how long? Because they didn't explain how long it took her to figure out what she figured. We don't know the time period that she was alone by herself, figuring all that stuff out.
I think
we were saying. I think the last. I think the last time we looked. Well, when we did the last episode, we said that she had marked, but we don't know what those marks meant. Did they mean days? Yeah. Did they mean years, weeks? The
months. We don't know.
And then she didn't start marking right away because she was saying, I can't do it. Right. And then, it took her a while. So I think everything about that is so relatable to kids. Mm-hmm. And so relatable to anyone, but especially when you're younger, I can't learn that. And then you have to learn it. For your survival. Then you figure it out on your own.
On your own.
Yes. And I love, and I think me and Sabrina was saying how the people who nurtured her were women. I forgot her name now. The diviners, Gwen nurtured her. And then, of course, from the beginning, Janeway had always said, I like you, kid. You have great style. And I like a kid, a lady who knows her mind. She was always giving her, always pumping her up, making her feel like she could do a lot of encouragement. And I think it's great. I think that was really good. I love that part of it.
I think the show is just amazing because it has some of the hokiest lines in it, but not hokey, but just pure Star Trek love lines, when they said stuff like, it's a hopeless cause and we're going to go there and fix it because we're Starfleet. I was sitting here by myself going, yeah, we're Starfleet.
And they got on uniform.
I love the uniform. Yeah, the uniforms were good.
Oh, man, I was cheering. Yes, we're Starfleet and we're going to fix it. I loved it. I was right with them. And my absolute favorite one of this whole season was definitely Kobayashi. Yeah. Because I thought when they brought back, mustache, ears, earpiece, pointy ears, earpiece, and what was it? Oh, Odo was called Jelly Man.
And Big Red.
Was that the one you heard was on?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
he called it earpiece.
Earpiece. And he was like, how many? We don't know how many times Dahl did.
No, we don't.
He did it. I mean, I thought the Tellarite was like, man, let it go.
Right.
But he did it. He did it until he figured it out. He did it until he got it done. And I mean, they brought the Ferengi in. We had the
Yeah,
it was just
female
amazing.
Ferengi too, which I love that.
Yes.
Yeah, and she was just as petty as every other Ferengi.
Sold him into slavery. Woo. I'm like, what in
like,
the world?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So if you're not watching Prodigy, you now know that the SyFy sisters love them some Prodigy.
Yes, definitely. Yep.
And even the one that has an aversion.
Animation.
Prodigy at 7.8, coming in at number 2. Yes, the best first season, second best first season. And so that leaves us with just one show to go up against Strange New Worlds to make it. Is it a true statement by Mike Bovia that Strange New Worlds was the best first season ever? And so number 1, rated by the Internet Movie Database. With with 83,000 people coming in to 83,000 voted for this one. 83,000 people voting for this one. It is TOS, yes, Star Trek, the original series, coming in at number 1 with a rating of 8.3, beating the first season of Strange New World.
Wow.
So, baby, don't tell me nothing. Bring on your Strange New World. Bring on whatever Star Trek you got. It is the captain, my captain, Jane Tiberius Kirk, baby. That's the one. I love you, Cisco. You know I do. But my captain was Captain Kirk, and this is the show, and all things go back to Star Trek. So if you've been laughing at TOS and you think it's hokey and crazy, I'm here to tell you it's number 1.
It had
the original.
It had the most episodes of a first season too.
Yeah, it did.
It had 30. Was it 30?
29.
Oh, 20. Okay.
And the shows that are the highest rated in this one, I will name them because they are just amazing. Every single one of them. We got one 7.9, but every one of them comes in at an 8 or better, which is the only show that can do that. Yes, we have the Corbomite Maneuver at 8.0. Menagerie Part 1 at 8.2. Part 2 coming in at 8.1. Balance of Terror, your favorite friend.
Yes.
First season, 8.8 rating for that one. Oh,
come on, y'all.
God. Come on, really. Arena with a 7.9. Then we go right into Space Seed with 8.8. I mean, they just don't
all the classics.
Can you imagine if these had been like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? It would have been stupid. We would have been done. We would have been, I'm dead, Jim. Then we have A Taste of Armageddon, 8.8. Yes, oh my God. Mm-hmm. The Devil in the Dark with the Hoarder.
The Hoarders.
8.3. Errand of Mercy, 8.1. And of course, we end up with City on the Edge of Forever with a 9.2.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah, because that's not really a Star Trek episode. I mean, it's a Star Trek episode, but it doesn't have to be.
No, it can stand alone.
It's like The Visitor. It's a standalone.
It can stand alone as its own movie and nothing else before, nothing else after. You don't need to know nothing else. But yes, so I just wanted to let you know that the number 1 first season ever is TOS, and that makes sense because everything comes from that.
Yep.
I'm thinking that's their best season, though.
Oh, it is. Well, yeah, I think it is their best season. I mean, it's 29 of them.
Well, it's their best. Yeah, I think,
Definitely.
And the thing that's crazy about this is that most of them, and I don't know if this is true, when you read the credits, it says that Gene wrote most of these shows, just about every one of these top 10s that I just read to you. He does have a couple of people writing with him. And I think in second season, we might have more of DC. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm only picking the 10 best out of that 29 episode season. So I don't know where the other ones are. But Gene Kuhn is in this one with him, too, because he comes in with Devil in the Dark and Errand of Mercy. And, of course, Harlan Ellison writing City on the Edge of Forever.
Edge of Forever.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think what it says to me, like looking at this with TOS coming in at number 1, and then all of the new Trek coming in, Prodigy, except for Enterprise, Discovery, Picard, Lower Decks coming in like boom, 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 right after. I think what we need to say is everybody just relax because these shows get better and better with age. like a fine wine.
Oh,
And you all hated the first seasons of all these other shows. You all complained. You complained and you carried on and you said it wasn't going to be nothing and blah, 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 blah. And now you love it. And it's just going to be the same thing. So I think people are impatient with storytelling. You know, it's a hard thing to do, to create a new world when you only have 10 episodes. Whereas Legacy Trek had, like we said, 26, 27 episodes in the first season. So you can, you know, write something and it's go, oh, well, that's not working, and come back. I mean, these guys now just don't have any wiggle room, and people are just relentless and, you know, so quick to jump and judge that I think it's a lot of pressure on these new creatives doing these new shows. And I take my hat off to them. I really do. And I want to give them credit where it's due. These shows have been great. I've enjoyed them. Obviously, people that are rating them are thinking that same thing. I think Internet Movie Database is a free app. So if you have not rated a Star Trek show and you love it, please go there and do so. I think it would help out with any of the shows to see these numbers, see what the women think of these numbers, not just the men, what they think.
Just
what
the
the
men.
women think.
Because women actually saved Star Trek, TOS.
Yeah.
Started the letter writing campaign, keep on, and you know. So, it's just talk amongst yourself. I just lost my thought.
Get late for prayer.
You know.
All right, so.
Go ahead.
We did say, Yvette, you were saying that you did your own 10 and that you had a different order. So did you?
Oh, I don't know if I had it. So what did you think was 1, 2, or 3? Oh, so the way I did it was I looked at all the episodes and I picked the ones, because there are more than 10, I picked the ones that I would go back and watch over and over again in that first episode, in that first season.
Yeah.
And that's the way I did it. And I didn't really put them in order, but I could tell you my first 3 are, Lower Decks and Prodigy. I watch those whole seasons over and over again, and I do. There's really not one I don't like. I'll just watch it all the way through. So they would probably be my number ones. Strange New World would be number 3. Because there's only like one episode I probably wouldn't watch again. Maybe 2, but I probably would watch it. But there's only one. And then I think from there I thought DS9 would be a little higher, but then it's TOS. It's all TOS. I got like 17 of them that I watch all the time. And I was going to put The Cage in there too, but it's not listed as season 1, but I watch The Cage all the time. So with The Cage 18, that's a lot. So yeah, I watch a lot of
TOS, I know.
I know all of those pretty well, So and I guess DS9 might come next. Yeah, DS9 is next.
First season.
Maybe not. It might be Enterprise.
Hey!
I'm like looking. I'm like, yeah, first season. Let me see. Yeah,
Fran, just get past Archer and just try it again.
Yeah.
Well, I've gone back and looked at it, and I got mad because the 4th season I thought was the best, and they canceled.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it definitely gets better. It keeps getting, every season gets better.
And I think that's the thing. Yeah, it takes a couple of seasons. It's even TNG. By the time it got to 3rd season, Deep Space Nine, 3rd season, 4th season, those were the seasons where they were hitting their stride. And
don't get season 1. I when it comes to Legacy Trek, except for Enterprise, when it comes to those 3 that were on at the same time, I'm thinking that DS9 definitely had the best first season for me.
I thought so too.
Yeah. TNG of course was next, the first season. Voyager, I have like 4 episodes that I might go back and watch again. Yeah,
it was tough.
It was tough that first season, and now most of those shows did not hit their stride until like the 4th season. TNG 3rd season.
Measure of a Man was the third season.
Second season. That was second season.
Okay.
Yeah.
So and you know, and these seasons were so long.
Yeah.
So you know, they had time to develop things and get, you know, still. And I just feel like it's just so unfair the way people are reacting to new Trek when they just doesn't have the time. And although it's got plenty of money, you know, it just doesn't have the same time. And I'm sorry, you can't get everything. Well, we just said Prodigy can do it, but
yeah. But I think a lot Lower Decks and Prodigy are really good, and Strange New Worlds, because the shows that came already. Discovery came. We're now going on fifth season of Discovery, and like I've always said, you don't have anything else. You know, you don't have all this new stuff if you don't have Discovery. So you get to make these new things and make it better because Discovery is there. You've had 4 already finished seasons. You know what works. You know what doesn't work. You know, and I think that's why they get better. Because Discovery, I can watch Discovery season 1 and season 2 over and over again.
Over and over.
And I do. And I think we said that it's like a fine wine. It gets better as it goes. As you keep moving on, you appreciate what was going on, because you know you're watching it week to week, you know, and then you're not really marinating in it yet, just like we do with TOS and TNG, DS9. You know, we've already marinated in all those episodes, and now we can just sit back and look at, you know, Discovery from the beginning, going, damn, that was good, wow, especially you know what's coming. So now you're like, that makes so much more sense now. Yes. Oh, I got that now. Oh, I figured that out. Oh, yeah, you know, just like when you watch TOS, you're like, oh, that's a TNG episode. That's a Voyager episode, you know. So, yeah, I think that's why,
There will be no Strange New Worlds without the second season of Discovery.
Well, we know that, yeah.
Yeah, I know, but you know, it's I mean, it's like Strange New Worlds, and Discovery. The thing I have a problem with, and we said that the last time we did that with the Patreons. One of the ladies said, you know, I like the Strange New Worlds, but I think the comparison to Discovery is really unfair because I don't get it when people have to put down one show to build up another show. Yeah. I'm not crazy about Enterprise, but I don't ever down it to say, oh, I like Disco because.
But remember, they used to do that with TNG and DS9 when it was airing. You know, I remember that. You know how. I remember DS9 being, you know, it's not TNG. I'm not watching that because it's not TNG. Are they going to have TNG people on it? You know, I remember all of that.
It was treated as a stepchild.
Mm-hmm. And then even when Voyager came on, you know, there was always that pull, one show against another. And DS9 was always the one, you know, was on the back end. Yeah.
But I think because of social media, you see it more. It's more prominent.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's what I think, you know, because it's, you know, it's right there. And, you know, and I will comment, like, I like it all. I do. Some I like more than others.
Yes.
But I don't put down one show to make the other show look better.
I don't either in public.
Show stands on its own. You know.
Yeah, I don't that gets me too. I mean, it's like you're talking about one thing and then swerve to slap
another show. Yeah.
Like, I'll just keep on your thought that you had. You know, you don't need to come over there and. I mean, I can understand you don't like things, but that's what gets me when people are talking about one thing and then just backhand Discovery. Like,
they do it. You know.
Yeah, it's like, wow. Have you seen the show? Have you seen all of it? And if you haven't, then don't comment yet. But
I feel like you're attacking me. No, about my non-love for a certain show. But all right.
Oh no, and that non-love for a certain show, I have it too. But I'm saying it's not a venomous evil. You know, that's not my favorite show. It's just not. Yeah. I'll watch it. If that's what we got, if we're on the cruise, and that's the show that's on right now,
I'm
watching it.
If we're on the cruise, there are enough channels where we can turn.
it. You know,
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. I mean, I will watch anything. If it's Star Trek, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah. And everybody's got their favorites, is what I'm saying. But you don't have to backhand one to make the other one look good.
I agree.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm saying.
So that is the end of our show. And I hope you all have liked us going in and analyzing the first seasons of all of the Star Trek series to come up with the obvious answer that the greatest first season ever was Star Trek, the original series. I don't know why.
The original.
But congratulations, Prodigy and Enterprise, for coming in 2 and 3. That really shocked me, and I had no idea that was where those shows were going to land. So that was a big surprise.
Yep.
So
Enterprise was a gosh. Yeah, you're right. There I go. I just finished making this speech, right? Okay.
You just did make that speech. I want you to go home right now, Fran, and you're going to watch Silent Enemy. Just watch it again. The best one ever.
Silent Enemy?
Silent Enemy.
Enterprise.
I'm gonna watch it when we turn off. We could turn off this mics, and I'm gonna go watch Silent Enemy because that is like one of my favorite ones. Yeah, they just come in.
Enterprise.
Enterprise. First
okay,
season.
I'll watch it. I'll
Enemy.
watch it.
Okay, call me up. Call me up. We'll watch it together.
Okay.
like when we were little kids.
Yeah. Let's look at it. Is it on yet?
Oh no! Wait, Fran! Look what's happening, Fran! Look out! Look it. We're gonna do it. All right. So one thing I do want to do now that we've gone through all of these shows, I do want to thank everyone who has come on board as our new patrons and have supported us in our endeavor. We just kicked it off this month of July, and we want to thank everyone, all of you, for really showing us a lot of love. Well, that's our show. So Yvette, why don't you tell everybody where they can find us?
You got it. You can find us at SyFysistas.com. That's SyFysistas.com. Join us on the mothership. That's MUTHASHIP. And the SyFy Sisters Book Club, both on Facebook. Download the Trek Geeks Network app, where you can find us and our family of podcasts on the Trek Geeks Network. On Instagram, syfy.sisters. And we are also on the Twitter at SyFy Sisters. Become a patron of SyFy Sisters today at patreon.com/SyFy Sisters. After listening to this podcast, please rate us and write a review. We may just read it on an upcoming episode.
And I would like to give this month big old shorty shout out to our patrons: Sam Droke Dickinson, Stephanie Baker, Jamal Taylor, Scott Jensen, Ann Bradley, David Gregory, Sue K, Muhammad Noor, Ann Post, Sue Grunner, Emily Siegel, Luce R, Karen DeMar, David Balston, Eve England, Homer Frizzell, Timothy Baum, Ernesto Castagna, Leah Marcus, Howard Hogan, Darlena Blanders, Stephanie Dole, Marjorie Munez, and Kalia Zawacki. Thank you all. We really appreciate your help. And I would like to also thank the baddest engineer that we have ever had, Dose the Anonymous One. You can find him at, oh my God. You can find Tavia! You can find him at Dose the Anonymous. You can find him at Dose the Anonymous One at gmail.com. You guys know how to spell anonymous.
Right.
He will be down in the credits if you really want to get your sound or music done. He is the best, and he is also now found as a freelancer on Upwork, so definitely check him out there too. Thank you so much, Dose, and I am signing us off for another show of the SyFy Sisters. Thanks, everybody. Peace, love, and hair grease. Bye-bye.
Bye.